Alright, let's get ready to just send out tweets and stuff. Alright. Alright, hold on. Now we just gotta do. It's, I don't know how hot it is out there for you all, but it is hot out here in Texas. Yeah, man, we are really close to hostel. That's wild, right? We got a $50 donation today in the morning, so I had to add that up in there. But yeah, really, what's it called? Happy about what we're been doing lately. But without further ado, we just, okay, cool. Excuse me. How come you don't have the moderator thing on here? Huh. Hold on. What the hell? Let me fix that right now. I know you're what's it called, moderator for what's it called, YouTube, but like, you know, still get you on what's it called, here too. All right. Now with that being said, let's go ahead and just turn down the David B a bit before we. Let's go ahead and turn David B down. Alright, let me know how audio's doing, Luis, on your end. How I sound and everything, if I'm leveled with the music. But, welcome back, everybody. It's another day here on a wonderful Friday night. Not Friday night, I'm so sorry. Friday afternoon here in Atlanta, Texas, as I call it. Everything is good. Awesome. Today is Friday, and I promised you all a stream today on Friday, because I finished my World of Wong Kar-wai box set. So, we're going to be talking about the World of Wong Kar-wai box set in a sort of retrospective stream here. I'm going to go through all the films the 7 films that are included in here. I didn't get to watch The Hand. I'll probably do a little review for The Hand, short film, on the YouTube channel. But, you know, all the other ones, I'm going to talk about them today. So, I mean, As always, you know, it's me, Raul. I'm here to have a wonderful time with you all. And I need to, what's it called? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I've been doing pretty all right today. Just woke up. This what's it called? Decided to do some, you know, photography stuff and, you know, fix up some scans and just what's it called? Get them ready for to be uploaded on Instagram and all that stuff. So was pretty much spent most of my morning doing that, and then I got ready to come in here, and yeah, I'm doing all right. You know, it's just another day, and that means that sometimes the days are good, sometimes the days are bad, but it's okay. How is everybody else doing in here, though? How's everybody doing? I want to hear from y'all. I also want to know why my stream cord does not want to say that I'm live. Because I am live. I'm live on twitch.tv/TheNerdyChicano. And the last notification y'all got was for what's it called? For the Nerdy Chicano live number 2. That was like last week. Wow. Whatever though. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. How are y'all in chat though? I want to know, how's everybody doing in chat? And yeah, today I'm not muted. Funny enough, right? I'm not muted. I know that Luis is in here. Luis, what's up, bro? How you doing? I mean, let's talk before I actually start getting into the films. I have my Coke Zero right here. I had a microwavable pizza. Probably not the best decision, but that's all I have right now. And, yeah. My dogs are going berserk outside. And, yeah. I'm usually not live on a Friday, so it's kind of odd. But, it is going to be a fun stream today. I get to talk about this amazing set. And, yeah, I'm really happy that we're doing this today. As always, I need to remind you all, though, that today, since we're streaming, I also am continuing on my fundraising efforts for Before I Leave's crowdfund. And we are inching closer and closer right now. Like, it is close as hell soon. And, you know, we had a $50 donation today in the morning for somebody. And then, you know, I put it up here. I forgot to mention this. The next goal is a hostel watch along because Brad, what's it called? Because Brad, no, you're good, Aaron. Aaron, if you'd like, would you want to do this retrospective with me? Since you've already finished the box set yourself too? I could get us on a, I can get you in a phone call right here. If you want. Yes, new goal, hostel watch along. We are really close. It was 300 for the first. It was 300 for the first goal. I just added 250. That was the next goal for for what much more money we need for the next goal. I can certainly do that. Give me a minute. Just got home. Okay. Just type in the chat when you're ready, and I'll bring you up on the phone call. If I would have known that I wanted to get you on, I would have done a Zoom meeting and done that. But we'll fix this. We'll fix this up right now. Yes, we are about 74% from hitting our goal. So streamelements.com, streamelements.com/TheNerdyChicano/tip. Go over there, check out go and check it out. Send in a donation if you want to get into the conversation, or you want to just leave a donation because you want to help my film. If you don't want to send it through there because of fees and stuff, my Cash App and my Venmo are right here. The Nerdy Chicano and money sign Raul M6957. Go ahead and send money there for our donations to our film. be ashamed if someone, unless Brad Luis. Wait, hold on. Is it 100? No, it's up to 450, bro. So we need about I don't remember. I don't know. I can't see it from here, but like I know that we're close. Either way, yes. Those are the places you can go and donate, so you're able to help fund my film. I am at the moment just I'm obviously not able to, like, I wish I can give you all, the Indiegogo stuff, but we had to just keep it to what we got there, and because we have to keep it organized through there. But I can give you an access to the film when it's released. So anybody who donates and was not on the Indiegogo, you will get the unlisted YouTube link, and you will be able to watch the film when it releases. So here, I'm actually gonna turn off David B's music. So I have to fix the audio output right here to make sure that we have enough for Aaron when he comes in. So yeah, Luis, if you donate again, I'm gonna go over there and personally kick your ass. It's that simple. It is that very much simple, Luis. A reminder to everybody here, we will be doing our live WrestleMania Night 1 watch along tomorrow, and our Night 2 watch along on Sunday. That will be on www.twitch.tv/the nerdcore over there, and on youtube.com/the nerdcore CORPS. We're going to be doing all that wonderful stuff, and we're going to be watching WrestleMania and talking about it, and we're going to be commentating live. It's going to be fun. There'll be beer, there'll be pizza. David B says he might have something else that's not pizza. I'm pretty sure he's going to get Mongolian again, but I'm not sure. But yeah. All right, let's go ahead and shall we get started here? Because I'm really, really, really looking forward to talking about this already. And I would just Aaron will type in the chat when he's ready, and I'll call him in. But I want to first I want to just read the Criterion entry for it, like what they have on their website for it. So the world of Wong Kar-wai, this is what the world of Wong Kar-wai includes and everything. So that way, for those of you who don't know and you are looking for it, you can get it, because I'm going to tell you all what's in it, and hopefully it'll convince you. So, World of Wong Kar-wai. With his lush and sensual visuals, pitch-perfect soundtracks, and soulful romanticism, Wong Kar-wai has established himself as one of the defining auteurs of contemporary cinema. Joined by such key collaborators as cinematographer Christopher Doyle, editor and production and costume designer William Chang, Suk Ping, and actors Tony Long Choi and Maggie Chong. Manyuk Wong, or WKW as he is often known, has written and directed films that have enraptured audiences and critics. Get started. I gotta finish a few things with the business. I'll do my best to get in there. Yeah, no worries. I'll start. Audiences and critics worldwide, and inspired countless other filmmakers with their poetic moods and music, narrative and stylistic daring, and potent themes of alienation and memory. Whether tragically romantic, soaked in blood, or quirkily comedic, the 7 films collected here are an invitation into the unique and wistful world of a deeply influential artist. So, we have included, As Tears Go By, his directorial debut. We have Days of Being Wild, which is the first in the trilogy of films of that one, In the Mood for Love in 2046. We have his breakout film from 1994, Chungking Express. We have Fallen Angels, Happy Together, In the Mood for Love. Happy Together, which got him the Palme d'Or. Not the Palme d'Or, the Cannes Best Director Award. In the Mood for Love and 2046. So, What do we have in this set? Well, you have new 4K digital restorations of Chungking Express, Fallen Angels, Happy Together, In the Mood for Love, and 2046, approved by director Wong Kar-wai, with 5.1 surround DTS HD master audio soundtracks. There's also new 4K digital restorations of As Tears Go By and Days of Being Wild with uncompressed mononeural soundtracks. A new program in which Wong answers questions submitted by authors Andre Asiman, I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry. And Jonathan Lethem. Filmmakers Sofia Coppola, Ryan Johnson, Lisa Joy, and Chloe Zhao. Cinematographers Philippe Lassou and Bradford Young. And filmmakers and founders, creative directors of Rodart, Kate and Laura Mulvey. You also get an alternate version of Days of Being Wild on home video for the first time, which is something I've been wanting to watch for a while now, but I didn't get to watch it this time. I watched the original. I watched the new restoration. I'll watch the alternate version later in the year. Extended version of The Hand, a 2004 short film by Wong, available in US for the first time. That is the one that I didn't get to watch, and I do want to watch soon. Hua Yang de Nian Hua, a 2000 short film by Wong, which I did watch before on the Criterion channel. I don't know if this one was remastered as well. Interview and Cinema Lesson with Wong from 2001. Several programs featuring interviews with Wong actors Maggie Chong, Mang Yuk, Tony Leung, Cho Wai, Cheng Chen, Fei Wong, and Yi Zi Zhang, and others. Program from 2002 on In the Mood for Love soundtrack, deleted scenes, alternate endings, behind the scenes footage, a promo reel, music videos, and trailers, plus deluxe packaging including a perfect bound French fold book featuring lavish photography, an essay by critic John Powers, a director's note, and 6 collectible art prints. Yep. As you all know, I did what's it called? I did unbox it, and I talked a little bit about the set and everything, and just my experience with Wong Kar-wai. Let me go ahead and check what Aaron says here. Days of Being Wild was incredible. Was an incredible restoration. Maybe my favorite on the rewatch through the set. Yes. And that's one of my favorites here. One of my favorites of the restorations. I think that we're inclined to say that, Aaron, because Days of Being Wild and As Tears Go By were the ones that looked a little, shot. Like they looked a little scuffed from the old versions of it. So they put in a lot of work to restore these, and I really, really, really did enjoy that restoration of Days of Being Wild. And I found the movie. I love the movie. I mean, sorry. I love that movie. I think that that it's one of his most underrated movies, honestly. I think that one doesn't get that one doesn't get brought up as much as, like, Happy Together, Chungking Express, In the Mood for Love, but it's such a good movie. It's such a good movie. So here we have the wonderful set of World of Wong Kar-wai. Again, showing it for you all. This is the World of Wong Kar-wai box set, and it's the French fold. I mean, before I even started watching, the set, I just looked at this. I opened it and I looked through the freaking pages of the booklet, and I looked at where the films were being held. Like, this is just amazing. This really is, after watching these movies, after like having this in my hands, and like not being a fanboy or anything here, but this has to be top 5 or top 3 Criterion sets that have been released. Like, the work that they put into just the physical layout of the set is incredible. Not even talking film here, like the restorations themselves, but just the physical layout of this set is beautiful. Beautiful. I own the Fellini set. I own this one. I own the Guillermo del Toro trilogy that's out of print at the moment now. I own those 3 sets, and this is by far my favorite set. That Fellini set is beautiful too, but this, just the way that it's physically laid out, is incredible. And by the way, we will be doing what's it called? We will be doing retrospective streams for the Fellini set. I'm gonna get started on that one now, but I'm gonna actually break that one up between his black and white films and his color films. So we'll get through those whenever we finish those films. So without a further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. I mean I've talked about these films before. Like I've given the only one I never watched was 2046, and of course I kind of explained this why. 2046, if you watch it on Prime Video, Tubi, Pluto TV, or IMDb TV, it is a compressed, the aspect ratio is wrong. It's compressed. It looks disgusting, and I couldn't watch it. So then I dipped into my Ocean, and then I didn't have English subtitles for mine, and I couldn't find any that worked. Excuse me. And so I had never been able to watch 2046. So 2046 will be my first time. This will be my first time reviewing 2046 for you all and talking about it. But as we go, let's go and get into these films. As Tears Go By, I've already watched this before. This was my second time rewatching As Tears Go By. I liked it. I liked it a lot more the second time around, just because the updated, But I still feel like it's it's his weakest work, and that's not a bad thing. Like it's his earliest work. Like this is a Wong that doesn't 100% know his style yet. Because to be fair, like I've said it before, that I think when Wong knows his style best is when he's revolved around those three people that know him the best and are able to help him achieve that look and that feel to his films that he wants, which is William Chang and Christopher Doyle. So I really, I like this one. I think the work that they did on this was magical. I mean, it was wonderful. Like if you look at that old version of Days of Being not Days of Being Wild. I'm sorry. Of As Tears Go By, I'm not gonna say it's ugly looking, but you could tell that it needed to be cleaned up. Like just just the print of those negatives. It looked like it needed to be cleaned up soon. And that's why I really enjoyed this one. I really love how those colors popped more on the screen because of this new restoration. I loved just how clear the audio was, not just the soundtrack, but just the audio. Because I remember watching As Tears Go By, and I had a little bit of a problem with the way that the audio sounded, like as if it was a little bit, kind of a, what's the word I'm trying? I mean, it's like it needed to be cleaned up. Like, it's what happens when you record audio through negatives, and it's just, sooner or later, like you need to clean up that audio. So, I watched it, and I just and I noticed that this audio needs to get cleaned up. Like, some of this audio really kind of feels like a little bit like, I don't know how to say the word, because I describe it whenever I have Luis or I had somebody else on the Discord, and I was like, yo, like your audio's popping a lot. Like it sounds like a little bit like not too compressed, but it's just like that's the noise you kind of hear. Like it's like it just doesn't sound like it's cleaned up. Like it doesn't sound like it's cleaned up. Hold on, let me get a drink. And they did a really good job with cleaning up that audio, and especially with the music. Of course, who sings the Cantonese version of "Take My Breath Away" in this film? I really want to know now. Oops, what was that? Don't want to get DMCA here. Does it give me the soundtrack? As Tears Go By. Let me see if it's gonna be in the IMDb. Let's see if it's in the IMDb. Sorry about this, guys. I just really want to get the Take My Breath Away, and it's performed by Sandy Lamb. Okay, yeah. So like the other in the next ones is where what's it called? That Faye Wong starts to do like of course the what's it called? A version of Dreams by the Cranberries. Ow, ow. That's performed by Faye Wong, but this one's Sandy Lamb. But yes, like I'm saying is that throughout the soundtracks you can tell that they cleaned up that audio. It doesn't sound so, it doesn't sound like it needs to be cleaned up. It sounds good. It sounds like they did the work to restore that audio from the old negatives that they were on. So there was also the film itself. I mean I like the film. I love when you really like find out about this movie and you really like research about this movie, this was just Wong kind of like trying to make a movie that at the time was everybody in Hong Kong was making crime thrillers, and they were all making it, and because it was the genre that was really popping off at the time, but it was also he found a way to kind of do something different with that, and in turn he made As Tears Go By, which is more of like an intimate crime thriller, but it still follows those beats of a crime thriller. And I love the whole concentration within about these two dudes who are really brotherly and they love each other, but like the other can't stand to see how the other is falling into this life. While the other is trying to get out of this life. And I like the film for that. I just think that it's just not as strong as the other ones, because this is, visually it's beautiful. It's a beautiful film to look at, but it's still not it's not Wong's style that you really, really get to know. So it's not a terrible movie. It's not a bad movie at all. It's really, it's good and I like it, but it's not that signature look of Wong Kar-wai that he makes really famous. That's not until like the next one, until Days of Being Wild, and really until Chungking Express, because and we'll talk all about right now of Days of Being Wild. Aaron, if you're in the chat, what did you think about the restoration for As Tears Go By? Let me go ahead and get another drink, guys. Oh man, but yeah. Yeah, Aaron's probably busy with this stuff. I should probably let him do that. But yeah, that first one is oh, hold on, y'all. Like, let me show you some of these prints though. Like, here, hold on. Let me just back up the microphone just a bit more. Let me actually show you, because I didn't show y'all like the actual booklet. Which is I really really like the booklet. I didn't actually get to show you like some of the prints, but there is a print here for As Tears Go By. I really do want to find a method of kind of like putting these up, because I think that they're beautiful art prints. Yeah, As Tears Go By. Here we go. Yeah. This is the art print that came with As Tears Go By. It's just beautiful. Just beautiful. Like, these prints are really, really, really beautiful. But yeah, I like Andy Lau in this film. I think that's his name. I don't want to get him confused with Andy Lau, writer and director Andy Lau, but I think that is the same guy. Andy Lau. I think Andy Lau was also in Infernal Affairs, which is the film that The Departed is based on. Let me just look through this IMDb again. Andy Lau. Yeah, he's the guy from Infernal Affairs and Infernal Affairs 3. Yeah. Oh crap. No, he is not director Andy Lau, but he's the actor Andy Lau. So yeah, he's great in this. I like him in this movie. I think the acting is a little bit like overdone a little bit, but I like him in the movie. I also like what's it called, Maggie Chung. I mean, this is like look you get at Maggie Chung. But you know, after this, I mean, she's great in this movie. But after this, like in her performances in Days of Being Wild, is just amazing. It's beautiful. And then from there, you go more into her career with Wong's films, and she just gets even better and better. But Maggie Chung is great in this film. What's the other guy's name? He was the one that I think that was being like the acting was a little bit overdone. It was Jackie Chung, yeah, Jackie Chung. Yeah, I think him was the one that was like I was just like not all right on, but you know, Maggie Chung and Andy Lau are the ones that like stick out for me because just and then of course they go on to have pretty like successful careers within Hong Kong cinema, and yeah, I really liked their performances in this movie. But I really don't have much to say about this one. I think that this one is just like it's really good, the restoration they did on it, but you know, I really can't say that it's a made, like, other than just looking a lot more restored, like, it doesn't do to me much of a difference, you know, because unlike Days of Being Wild, where you can really see those like greens and how popping they are and like how well they do with the contrast, like I think that Days of Being Wild's restoration makes me like the movie even more a third time around actually. I think that's how many times I watched it? Third time or second time? I can't remember. But let's go ahead and move on to Days of Being Wild. Here, let me go ahead and grab the what's it called? The entry for it, so I can give you at least what's it called? This was the first time that Wong worked with Christopher Doyle. So this was the first time that he actually works with him. It's the time that he, you know, gets his stuff ready and like, you know, really starts to you know, get to work with him and really starts to develop his style. And here, let me grab here. So this is the first time like those three start to work with each other. You have what's it called, Wong Kar-wai. You have William Chang, and Christopher Doyle. The film, of course, starring Leslie Chung and Maggie Chung, Andy Lau and Karina Lau, Rebecca Pan, and Jackie Chung again. It's weird because like and of course Tony Cho Wai Long. I say that, you know, like Jackie Chung in the last film to me was like in this film I love Jackie Chung in this film. And I guess it's just the character he's given within Days of Being Wild and how you are to kind of approach that character. So I you know, I don't hold it against it, but I actually really like him in this movie. Days of Being Wild, so this is the first one where I was just like this one's the one where I have to talk about like some audio issues. Rebecca Pan's audio with the last version of Days of Being Wild, excuse me, felt like, I don't want to say interference, but it sounded like there was interference going through the microphone when they filmed it. And it just sounded really like robotic. I don't know if that's my file or that was the version that y'all watched too, but like that old restoration of Days of Being Wild, like that audio for Rebecca Pan's and just a lot of the audio within the film felt like it was like it just didn't sound good. Like it was really rough. But the audio here, like they fixed it. Like they fixed it. Like throughout watching this film, I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, yes, finally, the audio sounds good. I don't have a problem with it because it just sounds way better than it did before. And I had to, had to make sure that, like, and I went back and I was like, I had to make sure, was I imagining this or not? But I watched the original the original restoration of it. I watched it and I'm like, oh yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with this. Like, there's something wrong with this. Like, this sounds really rough. So, you know, they did a really good job. The color, oh my god, they fixed the, you know, I hate saying fixed, but they improved upon the coloring and just the restoration of those green hues and the blue hues, because this movie just benefits so much from that from that. Oops, I almost fell down there. That it benefits a lot from this new restoration because it allows us to really see that, what's it called, that environment that Wong is shooting in. And I really enjoyed this new restoration. This one, this one's one of my top. I think it's my top 3. I'm gonna get into my other 2 that are my favorites, but this one just a beautiful restoration. Just those scenes when you're inside the apartment look so different now on the new restorations. When you're inside the apartment, and you know, what's it called? When they go to the Philippines, I think when you go to the Philippines, and just how the Philippines is like shot and how those colors are looking, it just looks great. That whole scene where Andy Lau is just walking through the jungle, like, and just with that song playing in the back, and then we get this aerial view of the jungle, and it looks beautiful. It looks really beautiful. They did a really good job with kind of allowing some of those colors to just pop more, but still staying true to how the film originally looked, because the original, I mean, it's really green. Like, there's a lot of green, there's a lot of blue, and there's not much like other like warm colors. They're very what's it called? They're very cold, because of course Wong is, you know, the one of the main themes, and in this film you're talking about like a really depressed man who does not know his real mom, who doesn't seem to have any luck with love. And it sucks, but it sucks that he goes through all that, but you got to represent that with the colors that you got on the screen. So, you know, you have a lot of really cold blues and greens going throughout this movie. So that's why I think that now that we allow them to pop a little bit more, and we can actually see it contrast within everything around in the environment of the film, it helps kind of set that atmosphere that you're waiting for within the film. Yeah. Oh man, who knew I was gonna need to drink this much? But I'm just, God, man, I'm just really I'm really parched. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed this one. There was the soundtrack. Of course, this is really when you start seeing Wong get into his use of Spanish songs from Spain, Latin America. Cantonese versions of other songs. Like, there's a really good soundtrack within this film, and I really enjoyed that. But I wish I watched the supplements. Like, I really want to get to watching the supplements. But I had to do this stream, and I'm pretty much just wanted to do the full 7 films and not the supplements. I'll get to watch the supplements because I really want to watch that alternate version. I really want to know what that one looks like and how different it is. But yeah, I mean this one is really, like, this is the first in that trilogy of films of Days of Being Wild, In the Mood for Love, and 2046. So I really, I think that where you bounce off from this into the other films are fantastic. But it's also a really good introductory into, Wong's actual style of filmmaking, where he loves to get really tight with his actors and get really in there really close up with them. Also, how he loves to, like, with the lighting setups that he uses and all that wonderful stuff. It's just, I really think that this restoration really improves the movie, and it takes away a lot of those things that I had wrong with it at first, where I was like, I really like this movie thematically, and I think that it's great, but I was like, there's a lot of technical stuff that needs to be fixed if they do a restoration. And now with this new restoration, I think that it improves a lot upon it. Let me see. So on Letterboxd, I have my phone right here. What the hell? Why am I gonna have to bring it up on my phone, on my computer? I'll tell you what I gave these on Letterboxd. So on Letterboxd, I gave As Tears Go By a 4 out of 5, and I got my Wong Kar-wai rankings a little bit. Here we go. Yeah, nice. Okay, so I gave As Tears Go By 4 out of 5 stars. I gave Days of Being Wild 4.5 stars out of 5. And yeah. Then on the set, you move on to Chungking Express, which is, you know, is big film. Like, it's the one that launched his career. Um, so it's Chungking Express, you know, the film that just launched his career. I mean, this is, I mean, a lot of it because, you know, Quentin Tarantino really helped, you know, help create Miramax just to give this a video home video release out here in the theatrical release in the United States. Chungking Express, you know, just absolutely launches him into what's it called, international stardom, and he, you know, he really does build the career of the Wong Kar-wai we know because of Chungking Express. Chungking Express, you know, he once again works with Christopher Doyle, and he works with what's it called, with William Chang again. So Chungking Express, he what's it called? He worked on this one after having production delayed on Ashes of Time. So, you know, he was just, what's it called? He worked on something else and he made this one. You know, the film stars Bridget Lin, Tony Wai Long, Fei Wong, Takeshi Kaneshiro, and Valerie Chow. You know, this one really, like, what else do I have to explain here? Let's go. This is a masterpiece. I mean, this one is where you start getting into my 5-star films. Like, this is, to me, it's perfect. I mean, this is it's one of his masterpieces. I mean, he does no wrong with this film. It's incredible. It's beautiful. So this is where I really wish I had Aaron on with me right now, because I want to get his thoughts. To me, the restoration didn't change anything about the way that I watched this film, because this film still looks incredible. It still tugs on the heartstrings. It's still, what's it called? It's still very heartwarming. It's beautiful to watch. I think that, you know, obviously this is what's it called? This is a newer restored version. It's gonna look different, but it still feels like that original Wong Kar-wai's Chungking Express, and it feels like that movie that I watched while on quarantine and I just adored. You know, the step printing is still there. It looks incredible. Like, just everything looks so clean and it looks just beautifully restored. And the audio is so clean. It's beautiful. It's so clear and crisp. You can hear the music well. And this one was really, what's it called, one of my favorites. It's one that I really liked watching the, what's it called, the new restoration of it. But I thought that it was just incredibly restored. Oh man, film is incredible. Of course, you know, it is Chungking Express. It's Wong's master. It's one of Wong's masterpieces. I love just the inclusion of the music, how beautifully restored the music is, and everything just works right. Everything works well, and you know, those colors within the police officer's house. Yeah, drink your Coke. Stop, Luis. Stop. Y'all are terrible. Oh man, but yeah. I tell you that that this one, they just did a great job. I want to see if I can hold on, because on Criterion's site, I think I can actually bring this up here. I do not want to bring up my my, what's it called, my Twitter DMs, because I don't want to mess that up. I don't want to do that. The thing is that sucks is that you don't really have pictures of the new restorations. You know, you like have like all these old ones, but like, here, let me see if I can what I can do, let me go to YouTube and I can bring up that, what's it called, trailer of Chungking Express. Yeah, let me see this. Let me see. Get this on 1080p. Let me see here. Where can we find like a really good example of how great they restored this film? Oh, here we go. Yeah. So just this right here, y'all. There we go. Let me go over to this and let me get a here we go. So just this, look at just how beautiful this looks. I mean, just the contrast, they upped the contrast. They really worked on getting a lot of those colors to not feel as muted as they felt before, but it's still just, it works so well. And I think they did a great job with doing that within this movie to how they restore it. I mean, just look now this one, just look like before this all of this just looked so muted, and you know it still looks muted in here, but it's just, it pops a little more now. Like those reds pop so much more because on this new restoration. Yeah, I mean just there we go. Yeah. Just, I mean, just like you get the gist. You get the gist of it all. All right. So let's go back over here, and you see if I can help bring up the other ones. Because Fallen Angels is the one that I think they did the most, like, you know, work on, like, as in, like, changing the aspect ratios and everything. Excuse me. But, yeah, I mean, I think that even though they changed kind of a lot in here, I think that, I mean, they did a lot of work on restoring these negatives. I think that they still, what's it called? It's still great, restoration. I think that doesn't really change much from the film. I think the film still feels like that film I saw during quarantine. But, here, let me see what's up here. Just Luis. Man, I really needed Aaron here. I really want to hear him talk about it, but I understand. Things are, he's got work. So the next one on the set is Fallen Angels from 1995. And this one was the one that when I was researching about the set, people were really mad about this one because Wong had changed up the aspect ratio on this one, and he changed it up on In the Mood for Love. Now I'm gonna talk about In the Mood for Love when I get there, but I have things to say about that one. Let me take a sip. Do we have a sip command? I think we do. Let me see. Do we have a sip command? No, we do not. Nope. I think we do have a what's it called? Drink? No? Damn. I forget which commands Gabby adds on here, but yes, Fallen Angels, which was, you know, as you all know, one of the stories in Fallen Angels was supposed to be the third story in Chungking Express, but Wong didn't do it. He felt that the film was complete without that story, so he ended up using that to develop more of Fallen Angels, and he created that film. Hold on. Where's the IMDb? It's got entry for it. The Being Wild, Ashes of Time, Fallen Angels. Here we go. You know, what's it called again? Works with Christopher Doyle in the Christopher Doyle. You know, it stars Leon Lai, Michelle Ries, Takeshi Kaneshiro, Charlie Young, Karen Mok, Fai Hong Chan, and Manlei Chen. This one was the one where I thought, you know, I was like, oh, let's see what happens. You know, it's not. People were like, it's a major change to the aspect ratio. It's a completely new aspect ratio from what you saw in the original. Like, look, here, let me try to get an example. So, let me see. Let me, Fallen Angels. Fallen Angels. Yeah. So look. So let me go back to work. This is the original version of Fallen Angels. This is the original version of it. This is our aspect ratio in Fallen Angels. And then this is the aspect ratio in the restoration of Fallen Angels. We have a tighter aspect ratio now, and I thought that it was not. I was going in and I was like, man, let's hope that it doesn't take much out of it, and let's hope that it doesn't feel like what's it called, you know, like it does, like if it was ruined because we got this new aspect ratio, and you know, I know better than to what's it called, to deny Wong his genius, because I think that the new aspect ratio actually helps it. So Wong Kar-wai approaches this film and he needs really wide angle lenses to get really tight in front of his what's it called, of his subjects, and he needs to help us feel like a little claustrophobic. So I think that is really amplified with us having this very tight aspect ratio, and I thought that there was no problem with that. There are some scenes that he makes black and white now in this what's it called, restoration, which I don't have a really big problem with. I think that it's fine. But this was the one where I was scared. I was like, you know, it's a new aspect ratio. Like, what's it gonna look like? But I didn't have a problem with it at all. I think that it looked magnificent. I think that we needed to get a little bit tighter in there. We had that full, like, you know, I can't remember the specific number, but we had almost a full screen look of it with the original Fallen Angels, but now we have a more compressed, and we're able to get tighter in there and make it feel like we're really, really observing these people, like, up front and personal with them. So I really, really enjoyed the restoration. The audio was cleaned up as well. It sounded great. The music was amazingly restored. The colors just this one's my second favorite restoration of on the set. The third one was Days of Being Wild. The second one is this one. This one just, these colors, the way they just pop on the screen, and the way that they just really build off that crime infested atmosphere of Hong Kong in this film. It's just, I loved every minute of this restoration. I think that they did such a great job with it. Let me see if I can get a better look at, like, just how great the colors look now. Like this. Just, this used to look so washed out in the original and looked very grimy, and it still has that grimy feeling, but looking a lot more cleaner. And I really, really, really like that about this restoration. All right. Now we're gonna go on to Happy Together. I've got just 3 more films. I got that one, In the Mood for Love, left, and wait, am I going correctly? Like, am I getting the right one here? Because if I'm not, I might have brushed over one of them. Because I need to watch Falcon and Winter Soldier for tonight's review, and I have not watched it. But Let me just check real quick. We talked about It's Been Wild, Chunking Express, Fallen Angels, Happy Together, In the Mood for Love, and 24/6. Yeah. Okay. So, Happy Together, I watched Happy Together, and I thought it looked magnificent at first, before. This new restoration, I mean, like, when I watched Happy Together, I gave it a 4 stars. Oh, by the way, I gave Chunking Express 5 stars on Letterboxd, and I gave, Fallen Angels has 5 stars on Letterboxd as well. I'll give you my ranking right now of what I've watched. Happy Together, I had it at 4 stars, and I bumped it up to 4.5. I really loved this movie the second time around, but I think that's really amplified by how the film looks now with this restoration. Just how, like, this really is like, let me get my chat back up. This really is Christopher Doyle's masterpiece within cinematography wise, because it looks beautiful. It's just the way that we're capturing Argentina with it, and just how beautifully it looks in the downtown areas and all that. I loved watching this movie's restoration, and especially like all the Latin American music you have being used in this movie, and how clean it sounds from the old restoration that I saw of it. And I think that this one was the one that where I felt like this new restoration really did help me feel like I like this one a lot more than where I was before. And just, of course, those black and white scenes just look, chef's kiss. Those scenes in black and white within this film just look amazing. I really couldn't get enough of looking at this. And yeah, this film, of course, is the one that got Wong the award, and award for Best Director at the Cannes Film Festival. Let me see if I can get other stuff for you here for actors and stuff. I think this one's Tony Chung Luai as well, and Leslie Chung, I think. Yes, Leslie Chung and Tony Chiu Wai Long and Chen Chang are in this one. And yeah, I think this film is just, this one just, there's so much tenderness and beauty to this movie, and I'll talk more about it when I actually do reviews for these movies for 75 Films from Asia challenge that I'm doing. But this one just, I loved every moment of all, just how well restored this one was. Now, of course, we move on to his 2000 masterpiece, the masterpiece known as In the Mood for Love. In the Mood for Love, this one, I really want to say that this one was the one that I felt they like changed up the most. Let me show you all. Like they really, this one they did a lot of like changing up the let me see if I can get the original look of this. There's like a couple of scenes where I was like, yo, they did change this up a lot. I mean, like, once again, it's no complaint, because these are like, they still look amazing, but like, there's like a major changes in here. Like, let me see if I can get the other, look into this one. See if we can but I'm cutting, I would watch these, but I'm cutting myself off romance right now. Yeah, bro, I understand. Then you should probably watch, The Grandmaster. And, The Grandmaster is a martial arts movie. Here. So, let me show you all. I understand why you're cutting yourself off, man. So, you don't gotta explain that. You're good. You're good. All right, let me see. And just how different the colors looked between these. Like, look, let me go to work over here. Nope, wrong one. There we go. So this is the new restored version of it, and then this was the old version of it. Like, they brought down the contrast more, and they really brought out more of that light that's being let in. And I still liked it, but I did notice that this one had a big change in it. Like, there was a lot to change in here that they changed within the film, but I still really liked it. I just think that they really kind of made this, not that it made it feel like a new film, but it really felt like a newer version I was watching. It felt it felt different this time around, which is not a bad thing, because Wong himself said that these are different movies because we're watching them as different people now than when we watched them in the late 90s, early 90s, and the early 2000s. So, but Luis would definitely recommend you watch the Grandmaster if you want to watch his work, but you don't want to watch his romance movies. Watch the Grandmaster. It's his martial art film on Ip Man. But yeah, this one that I don't know what we were going on about the aspect ratio on this one. Like, it's not even noticeable. Like, it's a small change in aspect ratio. It's not even that big of a difference. Like, he only moves it in a little bit more. Like, it was a little wider, but now it's compressed a little more in, but it still feels like the same movie. It feels like we're in the back, we're looking in, and we're feeling like we're peeking into a forbidden romance, and it doesn't feel any different than the movie that I watched before. So, of course, this one is my favorite movie of Wong Kar-wai. It's incredible. I can never stop singing the praises for this movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. So obviously this was up there, and I gave it 5 stars. It's perfect to me. But this one was not one of my favorite restorations. My favorite restoration was actually 2046. 2046, the last installment in the trilogy of Wong Kar-wai of Days of Being Wild and In the Mood for Love, and 2046. This one, they like, I saw all the frames of that. So, like, let me show you all. Let me grab 2046's 4K version. Oops. And for y'all who are wondering why I'm not playing audio, I do not want to get another copyright claim on a YouTube video. I'm not looking forward to that. Here we go. Yeah, let's take that. Take that one for instance, and then let me go to film grab. And look up 2046. I think I can get this exact same frame. I think I can. Yes, I can. So look. This is the original version of 2046 and how it used to look. And this is the new restored version of 2046. There's a big difference in here. The colors pop more, and one of my just, let me see if I can find the shot here again. Nope. This site, as much as I love Film Grab, they have terrible user interface. They need to get a better user interface. Where do we go? Which was the one that I saw like the biggest difference in? This shot. This shot looks completely different in the restoration. The sky over here, it's way more exposed. We can see more of it. This looks different as well. We can actually see more of her outfit. Like, it just looks beautiful now. It looks so well. And this was my first time watching this movie, and I really thought, like, oh, I should have probably watched the original before watching this one. Just looking through the frames, I knew, like, nah, man, this is the superior version to this movie. Like, this just looks so beautiful. Like, this right here, this looks so different in here. Where are you? Oh, look here. Look how different the sky looks in here compared to the other films. The other still I showed you. Hold on. I know that it's here. There we go. This looks so different from this. Like, it's the same scene. It looks so different because they just work so well on bringing those colors back out and cleaning up those negatives. And it was just, I loved it. Just the reds, how the reds pop in here are just incredible. I love this movie. I think that this movie is one of his masterpieces as well. It's my second favorite film from Wong Kar-wai. And this was my favorite restoration within this set. I really like this one. And I think I'll end up watching this one again soon. Just because how beautiful of a job they did on it. Hey, where did my restream chat go? Oh, man. Let me see if it'll pull up the old ones. Nope. Damn, I didn't know. So I don't know if Aaron wants. Let me see. Let me get Aaron. What's it called? Contact Aaron. Before I just finish up stream. Whew. But yeah, no, this set is really beautiful. It's worth more than I paid for this set. It's worth more than I paid. I should have paid more for this. Like, this really is just incredible. I can't wait to rewatch these movies more and more. These really do feel like just improved versions of the films that he made, and how incredible they look. It sucks that this obviously doesn't include all of his filmography. Like, it includes just the, what's it called? It doesn't include My Blueberry Nights. It doesn't include what's it called? It doesn't include My Blueberry Nights. It doesn't include Ashes of Time. It doesn't include Grandmaster. But it does, what's it called? It does include these really important films from him. And I think that they looked amazing. They looked amazingly restored. Let me just check with Aaron. But yeah, just incredible set. I really do. I really like this set, and I think that it was a way of cleaning it up, but still maintaining that feel of what Wong Kar-wai's films are. And this is really one of my prized possessions. I think that this will be so. I can't wait to just rewatch these movies, and I'm gonna cherish this for many years to come. It's just. I can't believe that they did this. Like, they did such great work on this, and they did such an incredible job. I really can't say much more than that. This is just amazing. It really is. It's so worth the money that you pay for this. If you want to wait for the sale, you can get on the sale whenever that happens. But I'm here to tell you that this is just so worth all the money you could pay for this set. They just did an incredible job, and these films are some of the greatest movies you'll ever watch in your life. And I think that they're just, I don't know, I just can't stop singing the praises for these movies. They're great. Excuse me. So next up on my retrospective series, hold on. Is this? Yes, my next up, I'm going to be doing the Essential Federico Fellini box set. This is my next set that I'm going to start looking at for my retrospective. Like I said, it will be broken up in 2 parts. It's going to be 2 parts. It's going to be his black and white films and his color films. And I cannot wait to watch these movies. I watched like the first 10 minutes of Variety Lights, and then I had to go do something, so I couldn't finish it. So, here, hold on. These restorations, by the way, some of these restorations are already available on Criterion Channel. The World of Wong Kar-wai restorations are not, but some of those restorations are available at the moment. So you guys should go and watch them because they're incredible. I watched at least the Amarcord was the one that I got to watch in theaters. It looked amazing, beautifully new restored version of it, and they really cleaned up those, like, you know, those marks on the prints of the negatives. But yeah, thank you all so much. I'm gonna see if we have anybody who we can raid. Let's see if we can find anybody to raid. Alright, who can we raid? Yes, we could raid Fashorexa. Fash. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and send y'all to Fash, because she's incredible. She's a great streamer. She is doing some crafting right now. Oh, she's painting. So let's go ahead and send you all to Fashorexa. Let's go and tell Fash you say hello, and you tell him Nerdy Chicano sent you. Fash. Fashorexia. Alright. So as always, I appreciate you all stopping by and, you know, just being supportive of what I do here. If you still want to send a tip to help with my film, please go over to what's it called, to streamelements.com /tip. I'll be back on Monday with a new episode of Between the Frames as we start our journey through the Godfather trilogy. And without further ado, you can always find me at the Nerd Chicano on both Instagram and Twitter. Go to my YouTube channel, Raul Alejandro Mendoza, to subscribe and get me to 100 subscribers so I can have my own custom URL. And my ad no longer has to be this long. So please go and show Fash some love. And as always, just stay safe. And yeah, I'm going to go watch Falcon and Winter Soldier now.
The Nerdy Chicano, hello! Thank you for the raid. How are you doing? How have you been? Thanks, Grub. No, really? You were at Slipknot? Gasp. Yeah, you remember when I sent you a DM like, hey, you want to grab a beer? And you were like, nah, I'm just hanging out with my friends.